Hey, YouTube family. How you doing? This is Rhonda with Rhonda Loves Life. Thanks for joining me. All right, guys. It's smelling good in the house. I've got chicken soup on the stove, simmering. So take a look at the video. As we chat, I added a little video clip of I just grabbed vegetables and everything in my fridge, what I could, and this is a healthy meal. So let's get into this video, though. This is serious talk, guys. This is serious talk. Now, I published a video on my channel on April 9th asking if the fact that Ben Affleck and J-Lo, both of their daughters are trans or non-binary. One is trans and one is non-binary. Now, I don't like to get into talking about people's children, but I think in the context of this conversation, this is something we should probably think about. And here's why I'm saying that. April 9th is when I did the video. And what made me do the video was because let's do the timeline of this whole thing. Now, Jennifer Garner, her father passed away on April 1. Now, also before that, March 25 was the P Diddy raid. Remember? The big Homeland Security raid. That's March 25. Then on April 1, Jennifer Garner's father passed away. And she posted on Instagram. He was 85 years old. Now, that Saturday in West Virginia at the Christ Church United Methodist in Charleston, West Virginia, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's daughter came out, spoke at the grandfather's funeral, came out as trans and want to be called Finn. Now, I thought, oh, that's interesting to be done at your grandfather's funeral. Not an appropriate time. No, I'm sorry. Then I'm like, wait a minute. I noticed that J-Lo's daughter dresses, more like a boy. So I type in J-Lo and then I look at some of the articles. Advocate, I think it's called Advocate Magazine for, I guess that the LGBTQ community. On June 2022, J-Lo announced at a concert, she announced her daughter as they, them. And she doesn't call her daughter Emma anymore. She calls her M. So now, she's also a teenager. So could it be that Ben Affleck from Boston and Jennifer Garner from West Virginia, could it be that they were just, and the fact that they're, Finn, the young kid decided to bring up this whole transgender thing at their grandfather who was 85 years old and the family members and people are mourning to do that at a funeral? I'm just saying, could J-Lo's Hollyweird influence have something to do, added to the strain in Ben and J-Lo's marriage? I think so. I do believe that the feds came a-knocking. That I do believe. Because J-Lo is involved. They want to know. I want to take that back because I don't want to get sued. I have no idea what she's involved in. But what I can say is that she knows a lot of what went on. And she's got a lot to share with the feds. Because remember, she was there at that pow pow incident when they got arrested. Remember? And then it was alleged that she's the one that carried, she was the mule, the gun mule that carried it into the nightclub. So J-Lo knows a lot, and I'm sure the feds come a-knocking. They came a-knocking. Now, let's look at the timeline again. March 25th, 2024 was the P Diddy raid. April 1, Jennifer Garner's father passes away. April 6th is the funeral where Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck's daughter tells the audience that she is Finn, and that's how she wants to be identified, as a boy. And then on April 26th, now J-Lo just posted when she filed for divorce by herself without a lawyer, she listed April 26th as their date of separation. Now, is that just a coincidence? I don't think so. April 26th was their date of separation. That was just 2 weeks, about 3 weeks after Finn came out. Now, do you think that and Ben's daughter, Finn, and J-Lo's daughter, Emma, both of them teenagers, very close in age, both of them now want to be identified as what? They, them, other, or whatever? Well, Emma wants, she's non-binary. Okay, so I had to understand the terms. Emma, J-Lo's daughter, J-Lo and Mark Anthony's daughter, is non-binary. So she's not a male or female. So that's why J-Lo in June 2022, and this was right when she was marrying Ben, right? Where she was at a concert and she announced her daughter as they, them, that they. So she calls her M, not Emma. Now, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner's daughter, Finola, I think her name. What is her name? Is it Finola? Oh my God. But basically she wants to be called Finn. So let me see. Ben Affleck's daughters. Serafina is her name. But now she shaved her head and now she's a boy. She wants to be called Finn. Okay. So, considering, we know Ben Affleck is a liberal, a Democrat, and so is J-Lo. But you could still be a conservative Democrat. Because I may be, like, you know what? I am a social liberal in general, but I'm a fiscal conservative. But some things I don't agree with. Like when children, I'm sorry, in my house, my kids don't do that. They know, no, not until you're 18. Not until you're 18. And I will spend all my time. That's why I believe, J-Lo, your kids have too much time on their hands. When they're that young and they start thinking of that stuff, they got too much time on their hands, in my opinion. And Jennifer Garner, she come from West Virginia. She and her father, her mother and her father have been married for over 50 years or 60 years or something. I'm not here to pass judgment on these people. I'm just asking if it played a part, and I believe that it did. You guys let me know what you think. I think there is something to the timeline. I think, and you know what? And I don't blame Ben Affleck if he did. Why? You got to consider where you grow up in your lifestyle and your background. Now, these are still kids. They're like 14, 15 years old. They've got too much time on their hands. If you've got so much time thinking, well, should I identify as a boy or girl? I don't want to be identified. I mean, I'm in the wrong body and all that. I sympathize, but I'm sorry. Maybe I'm an old school mom. My kids are in their 20s now, but neither one, don't come to me with that until you turn 18. Once you're 18, you're free to do whatever you want because you're an adult. But until then, we got a lot of shit for you to be doing, a lot. And if you got so much time to think about all that, then that means you got too much time on your hands. That's my opinion. So you may think differently. Leave your comments in the chat. I'd like to hear from you. But I think that Ben Affleck, I think that he's tired. And with coupled with the Puff Daddy and all of this stuff, Jennifer Lopez is part of Hollyweird, baby. She's part of Hollyweird. And what's the difference between Hollyweird and Hollywood? Hollywood is for talented people who really, really work on their craft. And they are not trying to use their bodies or you know what I mean, sell sex to the media, sell sexy images and all that crap. They really make money off of their talent. We're talking about Meryl Streep. We're talking Viola Davis, Denzel Washington, Robert De Niro. What are other good? Kate Winslet. Remember she did the Titanic. Who else? There are so many. Jodie Foster. Who else? There are so many talented actors and actresses in Hollywood that do not have to constantly curate their image in these gossip mags. And, they stay away from all that. One time they come out is when they're promoting a movie or a project they're working on. Whereas Hollyweird, those are for people who have zero to no talent. And what they do is they have to do all they can to keep up and to stay current in the media. And they are the ones that's more vulnerable to being exploited. And that's what I consider J-Lo in that Hollyweird. Side note, Will Smith. I think he got his foot in both camps. So Will Smith is, Jada Pinkett is part of Hollyweird. And I think that, who am I talking about? Will Smith. Will Smith is a talented actor. He didn't have to be part of all that. Just come on out. So anyways, I digress. But I think that, yes, I think that this played, I think the fact that this trans talk and all that amongst their kids, considering they come from very conservative backgrounds, played a big part. And also coupled with Puff Daddy and the knowledge, them feds knocking on your door. Because I can tell you now, the last thing I can think about is some feds. If I see feds at my door, I'm pissing my pants. Just saying. Because that means it's something serious. All right, guys, leave your comments in the chat. I want to know what you think. I will chat with you soon. And this chicken soup is smelling good. I can cook chicken soup any time of the year. Chicken soup and chili, my favorites. And it's very healthy and low in calories. All it depends on how you cook it. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. I love you, and I will chat with you soon. Ciao.